Hello, it's vlog time again. So, what's been happening in the last 3 weeks? Well, first of all, we got the background. I managed to get my drone up for a flight, so there's no link to a backdrop today because it's my own. So yeah, I sorted my drone out, noticed a few errors, upgraded the firmware. It was showing problems, but I've since tested it properly, and yeah, my drone is now fit for purpose again. Not that it ever wasn't, it's just that it's running perfectly now. And that shows, hopefully, well, it wasn't running perfectly, but I did the backdrop. But there we have it. And now we got new firmware which doesn't bug it up every time for no reason. Good, right. So, I had a week off work. And I got quite a bit done. Both hobby stuff and around the house. Now, I reinvigorated my clock. I've put it into some sort of box. Now I could plug this in. I don't think the lead is long enough. Hang on, one moment, please. As Big Clyde would say. I could plug it in there, and there we go. That is what I have. And yes, it's come straight to the right time because that is a real-time clock module. So yeah. That keeps getting knocked off the shelf by the cats in the night, so I can't keep it out, sadly. So I've ordered a project box. I'm going to fit it to the project box when I get it. And, yep, that was one of my projects. So, that was brought back from the dead after the magic smoke release. But never mind. Working with Perfboard is still not ideal, but yeah. I getting used to it. Right, I've also shifted output from my Mister to optical audio, and it does make a noticeable difference with the sound. I didn't notice it before. I didn't notice the noise before, but now I do notice it. It's such a clean, crisp sound with optical audio. Oh yeah, I recommend it. It's not expensive, not really expensive. I think the whole total cost, and it was basically birthday presents, was about 30 quid. So yeah, I can recommend optical audio for the Mister. Now, what else? Upgraded the Amiga, because I got that ROM programmer, and I got some 27 C400s through, with the adapter of course. I've upgraded my Amiga. I put a video of that online, on my retro channel. So now my real Amiga is fully up to date with Amiga OS 3.2.1. Which was, it's just a little thing, but it's quite an achievement when you think about what's involved. So yeah, I haven't got a lot to say this week, to be honest. Apart from chainsaw. Come back to that. Okay, so I also, in the week off, put up a clothesline. The old one had snapped. Now this is a cable line. But I think it lasted 2 or 3 years, and we do put a hell of a lot of heavy washing on there, so yeah, it's not doing too bad. The line pole is the best. It's the tree at the bottom of the garden. I let that grow specifically because it looked like it was going to be good for a line, and it certainly is. So that was fun because I cannot reach the hook where the pulley goes. So that was a bit of improvisation with the brush handle. And a bolt and some nuts and some bulldog clips, mini bulldog clips. Lift it up, straight at a stretch on the top of a ladder, a step ladder. I never knew my real ladder. And I hooked it over. Yeah. Bit of improvisation. I'm good at improvisation. And it worked perfectly, and I got the clothesline back up. Oh, the only problem was getting the old one off. It's fun cutting through the wire. It falls down after 2 years, but cutting through it in a few minutes? Nah, it's not going to happen quickly. Okay, now, spring. Beautiful weather like we've had the last few days. So I've been out in the garden. I've been doing some gardening work. I did the first mowing, and I basically lopped off all the bushes out the front. There's 2 parts out the front which need to be lopped. I was right outside the window and by the fence. Now, right outside the window was our own. We had planted rose bushes, and they just grew into a tangled mess. So they came down, and down to the stumps. And then I tackled the one by the fence, again, down to the stumps. Now, we didn't plant them. That was planted by the Housing Association as a good idea, which are thorny bushes with children in the area. So they've gone down to the stumps. And then I got this little beauty. Okay, it's not ideal. It's a cheap one. I didn't want to spend a lot of money on something I'm only going to be using occasionally. And it came with 2 batteries. One of them is useless. It doesn't last for very long, but it gets the job done. So, yeah, it's probably worth the money I spent on it. It's not as bad as it looks. Well, it looks like 2 plasters, but it wasn't the chainsaw that did the damage. I was holding a branch, and I put the tree. It was about a foot away, so it was a fair distance. I'm not quite that stupid. Went to the cut the branch down, and it tore it out of my hand, and that's what did the damage. So, lesson learned. Gloves in future. Should have been gloves at the start. I shouldn't have been so stupid, but nah, this is me you're talking about. So yeah, I've also using the chainsaw and a 4-way twisting. Can't remember the name of they're called. Twisting fork for the front garden. I managed with a hell of a lot of back-breaking, sweaty work to get the stumps out of the front by the window. Now I've just got the bigger ones to tackle by the fence. I think I'm going to take on that part by part with the chainsaw. As the battery runs out, I'll give it in for the day and let the battery charge and have another go at it, because that was back-breaking work. I have ordered my own cultivator. So that should be here later in the week, and that should help with future. It should help with the future gardening bits. Now, I'm not a big fan of gardening. Don't get me wrong, but I do like it to sort of look clean. Not a cultivator sort of thing. But I'm not one for flowers, or I just want a clean garden. We've had a crap garden since we've moved in here, and it's lumpy, and one day I'll get it all sorted out. It's going to cost a bit of money because I'm no way capable of doing that myself. But yeah, I'll get it done. Even though I don't own the house, I've been living here long enough, and I got no plans on moving. So yeah, I'll get it done. Right. And I'm going to finish with a little mini rant. This new trend on YouTube for shorts. Not talking about the shorts you wear covering your waist. I'm talking about hashtag shorts, short posts, less than a minute. Why do they have to be in vertical video syndrome? Seriously, come on. You look like that. Watch them like that. I got 2 ultra-wide monitors here. Okay, they work fine on a phone, but I don't do most of my video on a phone. I do most of my video on a computer with ultra-wide monitors across. So when you go like that, nah. I did a short myself, and I shot it in landscape mode, not portrait. Oh dear. I'm sure I'm bucking the trend here, but I've never been a trendsetter, as many of you probably already know. So yeah, back to my coffee, I think. What was that? Wow, I still got 9 minutes out of it. So, I'll catch you in about 3 weeks on the next one. Ta-ra now.